I would like to present the budget for DPWH for fiscal year 2026. I think there is a short presentation. So, let me just say before I go into the details of the budget that as Chair Mika so clearly spoke about before we were given this opportunity to present, this was not an easy task. This is in fact unprecedented. I don't think this has ever happened before, and we were really working with very limited time. But given the limited time and all the efforts that have been exerted throughout the past couple of days, I think we do have a budget that we can be proud of. It is by no means perfect. There will be some problems still in this budget, but we have tried our best to really address a lot of the issues, not only those issues that have been raised by the President himself, but also by some members of the House of Representatives. So with that po, let me first say that the resubmitted budget of the DPWH, next slide please, is close to 30%, to be exact, 28.9% lower than the originally submitted 881 billion peso budget. It is now 625.7 billion. That is 255 billion approximately lower than the originally proposed budget. This 30% increase has never happened in the past. And I have been informed that this is the lowest budget of the DPWH since 2020. No? Since 2020 po. The 2021 budget of DPWH was already at 770 billion. So this is lower than 2021 and is only higher than the 581.6 billion budget in 2020. So I think that by itself shows the seriousness of the President, no, to really start changing the way things are done at DPWH, beginning with the submission of the national budget to Congress. So let me now proceed to where the 255.5 billion cut came from. And as we all know, next slide please, this came from the a huge chunk of this, no, in almost the entirety of the cut came from the 252.5 billion originally allocated for locally funded flood control projects. As everyone is already aware, the President has repeatedly said that he wants the budget for locally funded flood control to be zero for 2026. Ang sabi po ng ating Pangulo, meron na naman tayong ginagawa ngayon from 2024, kahit na 2024, pati 2025, tapusin na lang muna natin yan, ayusin po natin ang mga ginagawa nating ongoing na flood control all over the country. Pero dahil na rin sa mga nadiskubre na nagsimula ng pagsabi niya tungkol dito sa kanyang SONA noong July 28, kasama na rin ng kanyang mga inspeksyon pagkatapos ng SONA at kasama na rin ng mga lumabas pang mga balita tungkol sa mga questionabling flood control projects. Ang rekomendasyon po ng ating mahal na Pangulo for 2026, zero muna tayo. At yun po, sinunod po natin to the letter. Kaya po, wala pong locally funded flood control project dito sa bagong isinumiting budget ng DPWH na nagkakahalagang 625.7 billion pesos. Pero syempre po, meron po tayo, at naiintindihan naman din po ito ng ating Pangulo, meron po tayong roughly about 15.7 billion na foreign-assisted flood control projects. Ito po ay pinopondohan ng official development assistance o mga utang natin sa mga multilateral agencies tulad ng ADB at JICA at iba pa, at World Bank. Ito po ay i-retain po natin. Ito pong 15.7 billion na foreign-assisted flood control projects. Pero uulitin ko po, ang buong 252.5 billion ay wala na po sa budget na ito. Next slide, please. Aparte po dito, ayon na rin sa utos ng ating Pangulo na rebisahin ang budget ng DPWH for 2026 at sa tulong na rin po ng iban po nating mga honorable members ng Kongreso who have brought these issues out in previous hearings. We have tried our best to remove the following: duplicate projects, completed projects that are still receiving that has still been allocated funding for 2026. Overlapping sections in road projects, yung pong mga minsan facing o mga paghihiwalay ng mga proyekto. At hindi na rin po natin pinayagan ang mga projects na minention na rin po ng ating Pangulo at ng ilang na rin pong miyembro ng House of Representatives, yung pong projects tulad ng rock netting, cat's eye, road studs, etc. Tinanggal na rin po natin yan. Kung meron pa pong mga makita kayong nandyan, baka lang po ito ay nakaitaan given the limited time na naibigay po sa amin. Pero of course, this is now left to the wisdom of the House of Representatives now that this budget has already been submitted. But makakaasa po kayo na ang DPWH po ay susuporta kung ano man po ang nais pang baguhin ng House Committee on Appropriations at ng buong Kongreso kung meron pa po kayong makitang hindi na isama dito sa mga pagbabagong ito. Next slide, please. Now, just to give you an indication po, and I will not go through this, I'm sure you have received the briefings as well already from the Committee on Appropriations. Makikita nyo po, yung blue ay roads, ito po yung mga 001 na projects, roads and bridges. Yung pong green ay flood control at yung iba po ay others. Ito na ho yung mga feasibility studies, mga iba pong mga ibang mga proyekto pa po, no, na nakasama sa DPWH budget. Makikita nyo po, halos wala na po talagang natira sa flood control. As you can clearly see, ang natira na po sa green ay yun lang 15.7 billion na foreign-assisted flood control projects. At dahil po dyan, dumami po ang mga proyekto din natin sa roads and bridges. No? And that is, I think, reflected in the budget as well. Next slide, please. Ito po ay, again, table lang po ng mga binawas. No? Nagbawas din po tayo ng konti sa ating foreign-assisted projects. Ito na rin po ay kasama na rin sa aming mga deliberations with the initiated by the new leadership of DPWH, primarily po on budget utilization po. No? Alam naman po natin, critical din po, ang sabi din ng ating Pangulo, na kailangan mapakita din po ng lahat ng ahensya ng gobyerno na yung i-allocate na pondo sa iba't ibang mga departamento para sa iba't ibang mga proyekto, mapapatunayan po ng mga ahensyang ito kasama ng DPWH na kaya po itong gastusin ng tama at ng mabilis. No? Very aware po at very strong po ang paniniwala ng ating Pangulo na you have to use it or you lose it. No? Kailangan po, stricto po tayo dyan. Ako po ay nanggaling na rin sa ibang mga ahensya ng gobyerno in the past at yan po ay isang paniniwala ko simulat sa pool pa lang na kailangan ipakita ng mga ahensya na dapat ang kanyang absorptive capacity at ang kanyang kapasidad para mag-implement ng proyekto at i-disburse ng tama ang mga pondong ipinagkaloob sa kanya sa ahensya ng Kongreso, ay dapat magamit po ng mabilis at magamit ng tama. So, many of these reductions have also taken into consideration that very important principle of government fiscal prudence. Next slide, please. Ito din po ang mga nakikita din po natin, no? Ginawa din po namin dito na ikinumpira din po namin ang mga previous budgets for general administration and support to operations, at tinignan din po natin kung pwede din po tayong magbawas dito, no? At meron din po tayong mga binawasan diyan, no? At syempre po, pinaprioritize din po natin yung mga napaka-importanting mga kalye at tulay sa iba't ibang mga lugar sa ating bansa. Dahil ito naman din po ang primary function din at mandate ng departamento. Next slide, please. Ito ay example lang po ng ating mga infrastructure flagship projects. Mamaya po, kung meron po kayong mas maraming katanungan dito, nandito po si Senior Undersecretary Emil Sidain na in charge po both sa ating infrastructure flagship projects, pati na rin sa ating mga foreign assisted projects. At alam niyo naman po, napaka-importante po sa atin ang Daang Maharlika, no? Pero again, aparte po sa budget na hinihiling ng departamento at later on i-approve at ibibigay ng Kongreso, importante din po dito ang pag-implement ng proyekto. Kailangan po maayos ang pag-implement, maayos ang disbursement, at mabilis din po ang execution nitong napaka-importanting flagship project na ito. Kasama na rin po dito yung Nautical Highway Network Improvement, kasama na rin po yung marami nating mga bridges, no, na gagawin natin. Kasama na po dyan yung mga malalaking flagship projects tulad ng Bataan-Cavite Link Bridge, ang Panay-Guimaras Negros Bridge, ang Davao-Samal Bridge, ang ating Panglao-Tagbilaran Bridge, at iba po ang ating Cebu-Mactan Bridge, at iba, ang Pangil Bridge din po, no? Marami din po, at iba po nating mga bridges sa Mindanao. No, importante din po ito at kailangan din pong hindi lang mapondohan ng tama, kundi responsibilidad po ng DPWH na mabilis at maayos ang execution ng mga proyektong ito. Next slide, please. At ito po, no, ang breakdown ng ating mga infrastructure flagship projects, no, at ang mga cost ng 74 projects na ito. Next slide, please. At ito po, nais lang pong i-report ng ating Senior Undersecretary, si Undersecretary Emil, ang mga completed projects na po natin. Dito po, natapos lang po ito. Ngayong panahon ni President Bongbong Marcos, ang Pangil Bay Bridge, ang Pasig Marikina River Channel Improvement Project, ang arterial road bypass sa Plaridel, no? Ang Plaridel bypass po natin sa Bulacan. Ang integrated disaster risk reduction and adaptation measures, no? Sa Pampang Bay. Ang Samar Pacific Coastal Road, ang flood risk management project din po sa Cagayan de Oro. Lahat po ito ay completed na po. Next slide. So yun po, no? Maraming salamat po. Ito po yung aming report. Pero bago po ako mag-end, if I may just say, Madam Chair, first of all, I really want to thank wholeheartedly po all the support that the Committee on Appropriations has given to DPWH. You have given us a lot of inputs that have really helped us craft, I think, this unprecedented budget, which I think reflects our common goals to really clean up the department, beginning with the budget from top to bottom, as the President has mandated us to do, but more importantly, to really make the budget process more transparent and more accountable to really and truly reflect the needs of our people. One last item na lang po, no? At ito po ay sasabihin ko na po sa ating mga mambabatas dahil alam ko ito ay nabigla po kayo dito. Kung maaalala nyo po, sinuggest po mismo ng ating Chairperson Mika Swansing nung ating nakaraang hearing na ang flood control, kung pwede pong gamitin natin ang science-based approach, no? Specifically to use the data and inputs from Project NOAA, which is probably the most reputable institution, no, based out of the University of the Philippines, no? At alam ko po na marami pong mga members ng House of Representatives ay nag-propose po ng mga flood control projects para sa base sa Project NOAA, lalong-lalo na sa mga red zones. Pero po, tingin ko po ang recommendation ng ating Pangulo na kailangan po nating sundin, no, is really coming from the belief that, number one, meron na po tayong mga ongoing na flood control at dapat yun po muna ang ating pagtuunan ng pansin, especially given the questionable issues that have been raised against these flood control projects all over the country. And since there are still ongoing projects, DPWH is, and the people of the country are better served in focusing on ensuring the proper implementation of all these ongoing projects. But I think more importantly, the President is sending a very, very clear message to the people that we need to tell the people that we will clean this up. And we will clean this up now. And I think that is where the President is coming from. Gusto po niyang magsimula ng mag-build ng trust. Hindi lamang sa DPWH, kundi sa buong gobyerno. Para po makita ng ating mga kababayan na tayo pong lahat ay seryoso dito sa kailangan nating gawing paglilinis, dito sa mga nakita at nasiwalat na mga naging problema sa mga flood control projects. At dahil dito din po, sinigundahan pa po ng Pangulo na yung mawawalang pondo sa DPWH na galing sa flood control, yung pong 252.5 billion pesos, which represents almost a third of the DPWH budget, ay dapat po hindi na gamitin sa DPWH. Siya po, nung Lunes lang, the day that we were actually supposed to submit, no, our deadline, no, on Monday, September 15, the President, in his press conference, himself presented to the public a menu of his recommendations to Congress kung saan po sana pwedeng dun na lang gamitin yung 252.5 billion na mawawala sa DPWH from flood control, locally funded flood control.